Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another yarn haul video. And this yarn haul video is this nice parcel that I just received. And I'm just gonna put it down here. And that parcel is actually pretty covered, right, and filled to the brim. And that is from a Pleta in Bulgaria. So it is a Pleta yarn haul. And I do admit, after the Black Friday haul, I did not really expect to buy from Pleta for a while because I really do have quite some yarns I need to get through in my stash. But they gave me this discount code and that sort of enabled me to buy more yarns. Plus they had some really nice yarns in their outlet with extra discounts. So I decided, against my better knowledge, to get myself more yarn. Hey, and I know you guys really love joining me on these unboxings. So yeah, I just couldn't help myself. Anyhow, as always, we cannot talk yarn without me having my faithful mug of tea. And today this tea is a Sri Lankan tea, which is from Fine Flavors. And it's a black Ceylon tea with a flavor of raspberry. So it's a little bit, it's both exotic, but it's also a bit sweet at the same time because it has this raspberry flavor. Also, you might notice I'm sitting here with a crochet piece on me, which is a really, really nice bolero. Bolero is like a shortened cardigan because, as you can see, it ends here. So it only keeps my arms and shoulders warm. This bolero I do have a tutorial for here on the channel, and that is the one named Barbara below. I will link to it up here. I will link to it at the end of the video, and I will do a link in the description here in the box down below for those that's interested and might want to make one on their own. You can do them solid colors, or you can do it like what I've done, take a more variegated yarn. Everything is possible, and the best thing about this pattern is basically you can adapt it to any size. So it comes with instructions on how to easily make it from anything between extra small to I don't know how many extra large. So basically it's possible to create this for anyone, no matter the size, if it's a child or if it's a fully grown up, etc. It's all described in that video. Check it out if you are interested. But let's get on with this unboxing. And as you noticed, it does have a good amount of wrapping around it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this wrapping and then I will be back with you guys. As you can see, this one, it's really filled to the brim because the closing up here is even taped. That explains especially why they put all this wrapping around it on the outside, because they wanted to make absolutely sure that this box would not open during transportation. I can respect that, I definitely can. I also admit they had wrapped it really tightly. The likelihood that that had opened was really, really small. So right now I'm just opening the last tapings so that I can get into this wrap and see what they all might have sent me this time around. We start with the top part. I have my note of purchase, and it nicely says what I bought. So that is nice. And it lists discounts, stuff, and so on. Ooh, it does look like I have some sort of a bonus here. It looks like I got an agenda because I have here small agendas, basically. They're kind of cute. Agenda, yarns on the back. I am definitely not going to be able to read this. This is all in Bulgarian. And the same goes for this. It's all in Bulgarian. It is the months. So I'm curious how this one is looking because I got a free agenda. I did not order this one. They just sent it to me for free. It is kind of cool though. It's in English. January. maybe this can help me keep track on things. February. Let's see, just take them all. This is March, April, yeah, May, June, July, we have August. That's some of the bamboo yarns. I kind of wanted to get that, so some stage I might actually give it. September, we have muffins. October, it's time for the Angora yarns. November. And December with a Christmas pudding cake. So that's kind of their agenda, and I think it can stand because it has this, you can fold it so you can make it standing. So that's the bonus part. That's not the reason I got my order, sorry. But let's dive into this because I have a bunch of yarns in this, a bunch of different yarns. They're all nicely wrapped up as usual with their bags. So I do apologize for any crinkling in advance. It's gonna be a crinkly unboxing. I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna take out though, because it does not look like that the label sticks. It is the Panna Cotta, and it's black on the outside. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it a little bit down so you can see it. Like this. Because the label is not stuck, so I want to keep it in the back to keep the label track on easy. It's a black, and it's a red, and it's a blue, and it's a white. And it's a nice feeling. This is a nice soft yarn. Quite stackable as well. Let's read about the Panna Cotta here. It is 50% fine merino and 50% acrylics. It's a 440 gram cake that gives you 1450 meters of yarn. The 440 grams is like 3.5. That's a lot of it is quite heavy actually. It's heavier than I thought it would be. So 50 grams is 1.75, 100 is 3.5. So it's 7, it's 14 point, almost 15 ounces. That sounds heavy. But yeah, and 1450 meters is like, probably like 1600 yards. So there is a good amount of yarn and yardage on this small cake actually. And it's a Panna Cotta, and let's just quickly say they recommend 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter crochet hook or a 4 to 5 millimeter knitting needles. I think that's pretty thick though, but it's not. I think this is a 2-weight yarn. That's what I would judge it to be. It's laid flat to dry, can be washed at 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. Iron it low, can be dry cleaned. Do not tumble dry and do not bleach. Yeah, that's the Panna Cotta, and it's the first Panna Cotta I have. I'm probably gonna make a shawl of some kind of it, but I really don't as such have any plans for it yet. But that goes for many of my cakes. So this was on the outlet, so I got it with like 40% discount. Normally it's quite a bit more expensive. Normally it's like 18 euros, almost 19 euros, and I only paid like 11 euros for it. So it was a really good deal, and I had to get it. Basically, it's that simple. Then we have a bunch of souffles, souffles, sorry. And some of these souffles, they are the same. So I got 2 of them again, because these souffles, normally they are like €9.60. And I got them for €5.75. So again, we're talking about a 40% discount. So obviously I got multiple of them. So here I have a 2, and I'm just gonna open one because it again seems a bit shame to open multiple when I do have, so because I need to wrap them all up again. I like to have them in the nice bags because it kind of helps, you know, keep the dust out and so on. Actually, these, funnily enough, has the same. It's the label is loose. I wonder if they changed the sort of how they're doing the labeling at Stenli. Maybe that could be. This is Souffle. Green on the outside, light pink to bright pink. This, I'm almost thinking spring, maybe strawberries when I'm seeing this one. It's a thin yarn. It's not a stranded yarn, as you can see, but it is plied together. So it's just one yarn, but you can see it has multiple strands in this apply. Souffle. Let's talk about the souffle because it does really look like they're changing some of them. That's a shame. I really like the full wrapped around bandroll. Okay. So this souffle is 85% cotton and 15% polyester. It's 280 grams, so that is like 3.5, 4.5, 5, around 5 ounces to 900 meters, which is like 980 yards. Washing descriptions can be washed at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degree Fahrenheit, ironed low, lay flat to dry, can be dry cleaned, can be ironed low, do not tumble dry, do not bleach. Crochet hook, they recommend 1 to 3 millimeters. I'm not sure I'll use a 1 millimeter hook for this, to be honest. It is a thinner yarn. It's a quite thin yarn. I would probably resort to, I don't know, maybe 2.5 millimeter hook. Like definitely closer to the 3 hook. That's pretty much it. And I'm now going to have to kind of keep track to these labels because they apparently are changing how they're labeling them. That's kind of sad. It's not something that really makes me super happy, I admit, because I see the same goes for these. This is also souffle, and I have 2 of these. Again, I'm just gonna take one of them out for you to easier see. And again, I do apologize for the crinkling. And for all the souffles here, I got all these in the bargain shop of theirs. So again, that is the 40% discounted souffles. This is sort of the same colors as the others, except it's a bit more red and orange. So we have the same sort of green to red, and where we have the orange here. So maybe this is the strawberry and this more raspberry, but as you can see, the outside is actually the same. So what you could do here is you could start one cake on the inside and then make a bigger project, going to the other one, combining the outsides, if you wanted to. I'm not sure if it would make sense, but maybe. If you have an idea, feel free to let me know. I need to make sure that it is the right ones that's with the right cakes. I have one more souffle, which I got from the sale, which are here. They are a little bit squished up, I see. And I'm just gonna take this one out as well for you to see. I actually think this green on this one is the same as the outer green on the 2 others. So there is definitely opportunity to, if you should want to color control and rip a cake apart, you have all opportunities to do so here. I'm just gonna do like this. It is gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So all these souffles, they have the same yarn specs. There's not really a reason for me to go through them all again. That seems a bit like a waste. But again, if we take this one, you can see this green. It's the same, I would say. So you could combine them somehow, if you wanted to. You definitely could. I like this one as well. So it's white, green, and blue. And the blue does have this sort of speckled shine to it, which might be the polyester, because there's polyester in this yarn, so it's cotton and polyester. It's also reasonably soft, but it is a thin yarn, so it's definitely something for, let's say, a scarf or the like. I think that was all my soufflés, and I, of course, all these soufflés, I got 2 of them because they were, as I said, they were in this 40% discount bin. So I just grabbed them. And then I have, let's see here, vegan cakes. I have 2 vegan cakes again, because they were discounted. And they have the normal band around them, so that's nice. At least for keeping track. And I am just gonna open them here. At least if I succeed. I do apologize again for the crinkles. It's not intentional. Here's the weekend cake, and you can see they all have center pull. And either they have like a center pull saying start, or they have these small beads, which you also often see. I think this is a gorgeous one. I really think this is a very gorgeous blue. I will call it cobalt blue or royal blue. Blue, red, orange, green, white. Puts a foundation for a good shawl, I would say. A colorful shawl. Let's talk about the vegan cake here. It is 80% cotton and 20% polyester. It's a 250 gram cake. 250 grams is like 3.5, 7, 8.75 ounces to 1200 meters, which is 1310-ish yards, maybe. So you have a good amount of yarn here. It is also, as you can understand, a thinner yarn based on that, just like the soufflés, though this is similarly thin plied. And it's lay flat to dry, can be ironed, can be dry cleaned, do not tumble dry, do not bleach, wash at 85 degrees Fahrenheit. They recommend 1.5 to 2 millimeter crochet hook. 2 millimeter could work maybe, but I would still go maybe towards 2.5. Kind of depends on how tight your tension is, and of course the amount of drape you would want your project to have. But it's definitely projects for lighter crochet hooks. These there's like really little discussion about that. I really enjoy this color, and it's a nice colorway, and I snatched it up as a good discount. And let's see, the vegan cake is normally €9.12, and I paid €5.47 for them. So yeah, again, a nice 40% discount on these cakes. So why wouldn't I get a few extra? Like, you know, if I want to give some away, it's possible as well. So that's nice. But that's all what I got from the outlets. The rest is cakes that I got and got a nice discount on because of the general discount thing. So then I have here a opal cake, and I do believe it's the only opal I got. It's a candy opal. I have in the past bought multiple of opal cakes because opals is a really nice yarn and cake, and this is the one I got this time around, and I think this is freaking gorgeous. Black, dark purple, light purple, and then with this hallucinant or opal thread going with it. It is a cotton cake with lurex. But yeah, let's talk about yarn specs here. It is 85% soft cotton and it's 15% lurex. This is 300 grams. So this small cake is heavier than this. This one is 1.75 ounces heavier. So it's pretty tight wound up as well. So for 300 grams, which is no, 7, 10.5 ounces. You get 900 meters of yarn. 900 meters is 980, 990 yards. It's considered a fine weight yarn, 2-weight yarn. They recommend 0 to 2 millimeter crochet hook. 0 millimeter, I don't know. Sometimes they have these crazy recommendations from Pleta. So really, you know, when you're going to choose what hook you're going to use, just make a swatch or like, yeah, make a few back and forth. You can always unravel it and get a good feeling on the drape. Lay flat to dry, can be dry cleaned, wash at 85 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 30 degrees Celsius, iron at low. Don't tumble dry, don't clean. So it's basically, it's the same for everything. And yeah, 85% soft cotton and 15% under rigs. I do believe that's the only opal cake I got. Normally these opal cakes are 12 euros 36, and I got 10% discount. So I paid 11 euros 12, something like that. Because all of the yarns that I got from here, I all got them discounted because I had a coupon to get me some discount. So that was the Candy Opal, and I do have more yarn. We already know where to start, but we are gonna crank on to it. Got 2 of the same, because I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Amanda from Scraptastic Crochet will agree with me on this, because I know these are some of her favorite colors. And I got these because I think they will make absolutely gorgeous shawls. See this one? It's purple, and then it's like a sort of pinkish lighter purple, and then it's teal. But in that you have purple specks. Wow. Just wow. That's the only thing I can say for this. It is the Candy Star Drops. And drops is understand that it has this metallic thread going through, and in between we have these bigger drops. You can see them here also, bigger drops of metallic lurex, I do believe it is. And of course I can't read the specs for this yarn because it is in Bulgarian. But Candy Star Drops is a 350 gram cake, which means basically it's 11, 12-ish ounces. It's 900 meters of yarn, which is 990, bit less, 85-ish yards. I have 2 of them. These Candy Star Drops normally cost 15 euros 44, and I got 10% discount on each. I got a few of them, so I have at least 1 or 2 more of them, but I got 2 in this colorway, and I might actually even have 1 somewhere, but I think it's gorgeous. I really think this is gorgeous. I'm going to not having to wait too long to make a project with that. At least that's my opinion. I have 2 more, which are also Candy Star Drops, I see, but they are different colorways. So I am going to nicely unbox them here for you. Just 1 moment. This one is also gorgeous, I think. The yarn specs are the same as we just discussed for this one, so I'm not going to go through the yarn specs to keep it a bit short and sweet for you guys. This is black. It's black in the center. I have looked, and when I'm looking here, it's definitely black. So it's a black center to a darker purple, to a brighter purple, to a purple. Again, with purple speckles in it. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Very gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Love it. What's not to love, actually? Especially if you like purple. I think I realize actually I have more purple in this haul than I thought I had. And I realize I actually might enjoy purple more than I thought I would. Especially this sort of medium purple you have here. Even, I think, this purple is like this one. So if you stop before you go to the lighter purple here, because that's not the same, but if you stop at the medium purple, it's actually the same. So you could start and make a much bigger project should you want to. Wow, we learned something today. So again, it's a great opportunity to combine, in that case, at least. Then I have this one, which is a blue teal one. And I'm also just taking it out so that you can easier see what's going on. Again, Candy Star Drops has the same specs. I love the outside here. I'm flipping it. You have a sort of purple bluish, blue to more teal blues until it goes this bright blue, teal blue. I think this one is gorgeous as well, actually. Here the speckles are different colors. The speckles here are more like teal blue. I think this one is gorgeous as well. But I do not feel this is not the same color. Or is it? No, it's not. This one, this teal is lighter than this blue. But they could probably work together somehow, should you want to. Or maybe the purple. Yeah, hey, the purple is the same. You can barely see it, but this center purple is the same purple as the outer edge here. Because if I compare them, let's see if I can. It's the same, but it's just a different color you have going through here for the, here it's, so eventually the lurex colors, so the drops would change color, but they all match actually. Like I could make one big massive project here somehow. Or in one way combine them if I really wanted to, but I do have a feeling I might just make individual shawls of them. Maybe, who knows? Opinions are there to be changed. Then I have one candy, just a single candy page. And I'm also going to take that one out of its wrapping. And I again do apologize for the crinkles. And it is also a black purple cake. So we start with a black one that goes into lighter purples. I think it's nice. I can imagine this becoming some sort of, yeah, I think it's just going to be a nice shawl, like some sort of sunset, I wouldn't even say, but almost I have the feeling that it's a dusk kind of feeling. The candy actually has the same specs as the Candy Star Drops, except this one obviously doesn't have any lurex. So it's 100% soft cotton and 280 grams and 900 meters, where this is 85% soft cotton and 15% lurex. That's a difference. It has no drops, but it's the same nice soft cotton, and it is a nice soft cotton. It has a good cotton, nice feeling. So again, you could probably make like a child's dress, like a small child's dress or something like that. But I'm generally more like a shawl person, or poncho or something like that. I do feel it could be a bit dark for ponchos. And actually now I'm seeing this. I thought it was purple, but it's not. It's like dark navy. So actually it's blue and then it becomes navy before it becomes purple. Just learned something here. Again, I think it's a shawl material yarn that I will make some kind of shawl from. That's my general starting feeling or opinion of it. Then I have 3 yarns left, where 2 are the same. And they are Papatya yarns. And it's the Papatya Angora Batic. And I actually got some last summer of these, but there were not enough in this colorway. So I got 2 more of these because I have an idea for a sweater of these, but I was missing 2. It's a nice, fluffy, lovely colorway, as if you can see how it really changes throughout here. It's, yeah, I think it's just gorgeous, to be honest. It is, I don't think they're calling it parrot or rainbow or something like that. I don't remember the exact name for it. It's a colorway 11, and it is Papatya Angora Batic with merino wool, and it's a premium quality yarn. It says here. Let's see. It is 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces, to 550 meters, which is 601 yards. It's 80% acrylic, and it's 20% merino. They recommend 2 balls to a shawl. I do have 2 balls here, but I have another 4 balls in my stash. I know that. I need to go through my stash, but I do know I have that. They say you need 2 of them to make a shawl. They recommend a 2mm crochet hook or 3 to 3.5mm knitting needles to get a swatch of 10 by 10 centimeters. But I'm adding these 2 to my stash, and I kind of hope that the dye lot mixes up nicely. So I have 2 of them. And as I said, I really hope that the dye lot mixes up with those I have. If they don't, I'll make a scarf or give them away or whatever. And make a smaller project with the yarns I have. Then I have just 2 yarns left, and they are cake yarns, but they are not Stenli cakes. They are actually YarnArt cakes, because Stenli also sell YarnArt cakes. And there are 2 different, and that is the last 2 yarns that I got this time around. And it is the YarnArt Flowers of this gorgeous cake, which is a navy blue to blue, which goes lighter and lighter until we get into this. I would say it's like a dark raspberry pink. It does have a darker center here. You can maybe better see it on this side, how the center is looking. The YarnArt Flowers is a very classic yarn, and there are many versions of this. Hobby has the twisters. They are same yarn specs, therefore I'm feeling reasonably confident that they are made in the same yarn mill. But the YarnArt Flowers here is 250 grams, so that is 8.5 ounces, or no, 8.8 ounces, sorry, to 1,000 meters of yarn, which is 1,093 yards. It's 55% cotton and it's 45% acrylics. They recommend you need 2 of these skeins to make a medium-sized sweater, 1 for a scarf or a shawl. They classify it as a super fine yarn. Thickness-wise, it's very similar to many of the other yarns I've gone through here. It can be washed at 40 degrees, which is 104 Fahrenheit. They recommend you to use a 3mm crochet hook or 2.5mm knitting needles. I've made projects with anything between 3 and 4mm crochet hooks with these. It depends on how drapey you want the project and your tension. We have talked about that before. It can be washed in the machine, dry flat, and do not bleach, do not tumble dry. You can iron at low, and this is a color 273. I think it's a nice addition to my stash because I did not have this one. And the next one I got is also a YarnArt Flowers, so the yarn specs are the same, and this one I didn't have in my stash either. And I've been wanting to add it to my stash for a while, but it's been sold out. I wanted to get another YarnArt Flowers as well, but that was sold out currently. And I needed to make this order before my code expired. So I didn't have the time to wait and hope. And also the outlet yarns were kind of going fast. So if you check the outlet now on Pleta, the yarns that I got might not even be there anymore. It kind of depends on how many got them and how their stock and supply is. But yeah, I snatched some good deals, which I'm really happy about. But this last cake of today's yarn haul is also a YarnArt Flowers, and it's a color that I really have been trying to get, and it's just been sold out and sold out and sold out. But isn't this freaking gorgeous? Wow. I love it. Really, this is so gorgeous. It has the same navy kind of outer edge as this one, but it goes into these brighter blues until it goes into this very, very green, I would say apple green. It's so gorgeous. Really. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sorry, it gets me also hyped up. I really love all of these yarns. Like, I really think this is super gorgeous as well, but they just have different levels of gorgeousness, and this combination of blues and greens really, it just makes me happy. But yeah, that was pretty much this yarn haul. Because my box is empty, I'm going to wrap them all down, and I will be back with you for another video sometime out in the future, of course, talking about yarn, using yarn, making tutorials, maybe sorting my stash, whatever, who knows. Take care. It was nice if you stayed until this time, and if you haven't done yet, please check that you're subscribed by hitting that subscription button down below. That is your way of supporting me. If you would like to have an influence on what yarn haul I'm going to do next, do get a membership to my channel, because there I will host polls as to what yarn companies to get some yarn hauls from. So you have opportunity to help influence me there. Influence me, influence you. Isn't that what you're saying? Anyhow, thank you for staying around. I hope you really enjoyed this yarn haul. Comment here down below, what were your favorite yarns, if you had any, and what would you make of them if you had the yarn yourself. And I'll see you in another video. Take care and happy crafting. Bye.